I'm here with Arkansas State Senator Trent Garner. The Arkansas Campus Carry Bill, House Bill 1249 by Charlie Collins, was supposed to be, there were attempts made to amend the bill, and both of those amendment attempts were failed. And let me ask Senator Garner, what happened today in this committee room?
I think you had a great debate between both parties on this today. Listen, amendment that Senator Kellogg Smith had, it was good. It still had restrictions because you still had to have the CCL. So while we're arguing about the Second Amendment, there's still the thing for CCL within her amendment. So it had some restrictions on it. But the compromise we've reached, I think, was outstanding in the Second Amendment we ran. Our amendment would not only deal with campus carry, after adding 8 hours of training to it, 4 if you already have your CCL, but open to expand gun rights to all kind of different areas having to do with where you can go, a church, different locations like that. It's expanding gun rights outside the campus carry. That's why I ultimately want to support this bill. Our bill also is the only NRA-supported amendment that we heard today.
Okay. I was understanding that the NRA had also supported Linda Collins Smith's bill amendment as well. Do they support both of them, or do they support one over the other?
I won't speak about the history of it. What I'll say as of right now, what I was told is that the NRA supports one amendment. That's the one that Senator Jim Henry ran today. In fact, it's not just they support it, it's their top legislative priority in the state of Arkansas. The #1 issue they want to get done here in the state, because they understand this isn't just campus carry. This expands our rights so many different places as well, with some very minimum training added on top of it.
Okay, and was there an issue regarding private property? I know Jeremy Hutchinson brought that up as a dilemma, even though that's kind of the dilemma that exists with concealed carry in the general public. But is that part of your amendment or not?
I don't. We add back some kind of exceptions that are within our amendment. What Senator Hutchinson said today was from him. I understand both sides on that. That wasn't an argument that I was making. I do respect both private rights and our Second Amendment rights. I do think there's sometimes you have to, decide where that line is going to be. But I think our new amendment is going to be an outstanding step toward expanding our Second Amendment rights here in the state of Arkansas.
And speaking of gun dilemmas, one of the problems with the issue with concealed carry is that the training is done by the police service, and that the funding and that the money from the concealed carry classes goes to the retirement system, and so the police have kind of a kind of dilemma in not wanting to allow open carry, which has been or constitutional carry, and they have issues when bills like this come up. Is there a way to maybe separate that or budget it in a different way to where the concealed carry class is not tied into the police retirement system, so that dilemma doesn't
Well, as somebody who has ran a bill, has filed a bill to have true constitutional carry in the state of Arkansas, I'm always aware of restrictions we put on somebody when they have to get a CCL. That is a separate argument than the one we're having today. Today we're trying to make sure we expand campus rights so people can actually carry it. Because right now in the state of Arkansas, you cannot carry a concealed handgun on a college campus. That needs to change. We took a good first step today. I think we're going to vote on this again tomorrow. I think it's going to have a good chance to pass. I'm excited about my colleagues getting a chance to read it. I think that was the problem. They weren't properly vetted to make sure, one word here, one word there can make all the difference. And I respect them for having that. I think we're going to have a good vote tomorrow. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and that's kind of my next question is there's been a problem. Jeremy Hutchinson has apparently sabotaged the efforts to have this hearing during the last time. He put the hostile amendment in the first place. One meeting was adjourned, another meeting was canceled, and then apparently this was brought up when it wasn't supposed to be. Do you think it actually will be brought up tomorrow, and do you think that people will get a chance to testify on it instead of meetings being adjourned, or do you think there'll be some other further sabotaging of the campus carry bill in this committee?
Well, I'll disagree with your assessment that it's sabotage, but I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to plan on running the amendment tomorrow and try to pass HB 1249 as amended out of committee tomorrow.
With your amendment?
With my amendment, or excuse me, Senator Henry's amendment.
Senator Henry.
I am a sponsor on that as well, but it is Senator Henry's amendment.
Okay, and this is, of course, like Asa Hutchinson's amendment as well. He supported it as well?
The governor also supports this. The NRA supports this. In fact, this is their top legislative priority in the state of Arkansas. I support this. Representative Collins does. Senator Jim Henry. Senator Pro Temp was on this as well. We have a large coalition of people who want to see this get passed. I think it's going to be a great step for expanding our gun rights in the state of Arkansas.
Okay, and why was there not a roll call vote when your amendment was?
I think that doing a roll call vote like that, with kind of how this was done, where they didn't have, people got time to read it, but they didn't have time to really process it. So instead of doing a roll call vote where I would put them in an awkward position, I decided to respect my colleagues. Let's bring it back up tomorrow, give them a day to read, and then we will vote on it tomorrow. And I imagine that if the chair doesn't see it pass as amendment, I will call for a roll call.
Okay. All right, that's about it.